Well, good morning, everybody.
Well, hello there. And I would like to introduce you to my fabulous host. First off, I have Scott. He is a travel agent, he is a tech guru, he is a graphic person. He's just all around. He knows all the answers.
Mhm.
And he's from Mustard Drill. That's the name of his channel. Then I have Eddie Lugo. He is a tech guru. He also has knowledge on NCL that nobody has. He also, guess what else he has? He has a lot of secrets. He has a secret booze cruise that he's going to talk to you about, but we forgot to tell you about it yesterday, so we're going to tell you about it today. Then you have my husband here who likes to take off the skin from the ribs early in the morning because that's what we're going to have today. So he's a tech person, but he's also a travel agent. So you have two travel agents that you can use on this show, So when you're booking your vacation, call Scott or Jeremy. Now, then you have me. I don't know nothing about tech. All I know how to do is shop. That's it. I can shop on Temu, Sheen, and I put Amazon down for a while. I'm doing Temu.
We actually put in an Amazon order yesterday.
Yeah, for the ducks, cause
Clock put us on. Yeah, he was like, ducks are cheaper. Cruise ducks are cheaper on Amazon in the end than Temu. Because Temu has smaller packages of ducks.
And you would think it would be women. Well, Sherry, she teaches me how to book cruises. But then you would think it would be women telling me about these shopping deals. Nope, it's Eddie and Clock.
Yep.
So if you haven't subscribed to Eddie Lugo Studios or Clock Family Adventures,
yep,
and you like to shop, I suggest you go ahead and get it together and subscribe to them because they can teach you about shopping.
Yeah, and Eddie does unbagging videos that we, yeah, be sure to catch that.
Yes. So I'm sorry, guys. I just had to. Oh, let me tell you, I got something else to tell you. This is something else. I'm sorry to spring this on you, but Eddie is used to it. Scott, you're not used to it yet. Sometimes I spring stuff on you on the morning show, and Jeremy has no clue what I'm saying.
Well, this sounds like a renegotiation right here, is what it sounds like to me.
No, it's not a renegotiation. Tomorrow morning, we may have a guest that is going to need extreme help on getting on the ship tomorrow.
Yep.
Our oldest daughter, she's on her way down tonight to get on the breeze. She's taking a first cruise, 4 days. She's doing a 4-day cruise.
First cruise ever.
Ever in life. She hasn't even seen the ship up close.
Yep.
As many times as she's been down here, she's never seen a cruise ship. So, and she told us last night that she's nervous. And she's going by herself. Yeah, the person that was supposed to go with her, the lady that was supposed to be in the room with her, backed out. Paid for the cruise. Found out that she wasn't going until last week. And I opted to go on the cruise with her. But I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going. I want her to experience it by herself. But she's fearful. Very fearful.
So the one way she's gonna learn the hard way or the soft way. So
yeah, and
no choice in the matter.
and she's gonna ask a lot of questions. She's got this spiral notebook, Scott. I'm letting you know, and it's got pages and pages and pages of notes.
Wow.
Yeah, she's taking a spiral notebook, so that's how bad it is. So we need your help.
Gotta talk to her in the morning.
Yeah.
She
So
needs to lose the book.
Go ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry, but
She
she's
needs to
gonna.
lose that book. Just
Uh-uh.
go with it. Wing it. Wing it,
after
baby.
I think after the first day, she's gonna have that book's gonna get left in the cabin for the rest of the cruise.
Yeah.
Oh,
gonna be like,
she'll have a fit.
What book?
She's worse than I am when it comes to writing stuff down. Because I'm a write stuff down person.
She has to experience it. Not write it down. Experience the situation.
She hasn't even packed. Her clothes are on the bed. You know, you've seen people that spread their clothes out on vlogs. That's how she did her.
I don't know if there's anybody watching the show this morning or whatever that, you know, has any idea what laying all the clothes out on every available flat space in the house that's possible for at least several months in advance before packing it all up at the last minute and putting it in space. I don't know if there's anybody watching the show this morning that knows anything about that or anything.
Must be there.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the live stream and also the replay. We are your host and hostess. Let's check in with the chat. We had some people come in early this morning. Eddie Lugo Studios. Good morning.
Morning.
Bone Tired Travelers.
Good morning.
You know, we still got to workshop that, but I'm just going to do this for now. Because they bone tired. Bone Tired Travelers. Good morning.
Yeah.
Mike and Rana's Adventures has made it in. Fats and Trey has made it in.
Stay to the end.
Yeah, and Destination Fun left a comment for Cheryl. It says, good morning, Cheryl. I am so proud of you for getting into StreamYard all by yourself yesterday.
I did. It was a 10-year-old that helped me.
Yeah, and as I'm pulling up, my 10-year-old runs out to meet me, and she was like, Dad, you're not going to like what you see whenever you enter the house. I'm like, oh, my God, what's going on? So
I had every device on. And I was trying to get on Safari.
Yeah,
I didn't know where Safari.
Yeah, you got to use Safari whenever you use an iPhone if you want to use StreamYard. So
quick, throw mommy under the bus.
Midlife Travels has made it in. The Mustard Drill has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Odom's Homestead.
Good morning. He sings really well before he, I like his show.
And Tiffy Baby has made it back to the show. Hello.
Hello.
Miss Queen Sunkissed has made it in.
Thank you for the sit-down exercises.
And wait, here go the other queen right here. Elizabeth says, not at all. She has no clue what you're talking about, Scott. No idea.
I know she doesn't, right?
Joshua Gabriel, the Gaylors.
Good morning.
Let's see. Orange
Everybody.
Cone Vlog.
Good morning. I left you a comment, Orange Cone Vlog.
And Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott says, good morning, all. Still sneaking in from work.
Oh, we won't tell nobody. Especially Eddie. He has secrets that he don't tell.
And here's a comment for me. Breaking news. My friend just sent me pics from Alaska, and it was up close to bears.
Oh, see, baby. Why Sherry doing you like that?
I don't know, but we still need those pics. Go ahead and forward them to the processing department here at Janet's Adventures.
Sherry, stop playing. You get me in so much trouble. Oh my God! Between you and Jennifer, I try to be good. I do.
And speaking of creators, we have some featured creators for you this morning. First up is Dimples Travel Diary. The next one is This Life of Ours. Next is DJ Cruises. Next is DL Cruise Travel. And last is Angels Travel Channel. Please go check out all of these channels, which are linked down in the description of this video. and I know you will have a good time there.
Okay, I have one more. They sent me a message. So
What, the Bears?
no, it wasn't the Bears.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Rock the Boat. They do MSC Seaside.
Hmm.
So I know we don't have them because I never heard of them.
Yeah, Rock the Boat. That's new.
That's new.
We'll have to check them out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they sent me a message this morning.
Hmm.
So that's all I gotta say. Take it away, guys.
Okay, well, today is June 14th. As a result, it is Flag Day. Happy Flag Day, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up the origins, and on this day in history, in 1777, the Continental Congress approved the Stars and Stripes as the first national flag of the United States. So that's why we have Flag Day. And that was in 1777.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay. We got a commercial break going on over here.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I thought we had a troll or something in there.
No, me too. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Where's
That was
the panel?
me.
I thought it was a bear. Go
Oh,
rawr.
see,
That was a concern.
no, y'all. Alaska is gonna be a hoot because we're on there with Ocean to Ocean Bruce
Mm-hmm.
and Andrew from Embarkation Nation.
You're already in trouble. Yeah,
Clock.
you're already in trouble.
Yeah, and Clock. And
Oh my God.
yeah, so
Yep.
it's gonna be
Alaska's going to be fun.
it's gonna be hilarious because he is scared of heights.
Jerry, you know how to
and
swim?
bears.
Yes, I know how to swim.
He knows how to
those
swim.
three guys.
But the thing of it is, you ask him, does he know how to swim? This is the thing. I'm gonna tell the secret.
I do know how to swim.
I'm not saying you don't, because you were in the Navy. I'm
I
not
had to
saying
pass
that.
swim qualifications to make it through boot camp.
Okay, but that's not what I'm gonna say now. Just shooting. This is it. This is the secret. He's not going to get in the water because
It's Alaska. Number one, it's cold.
and he's scared of the things that are in the water.
Oh, you mean them sharks
Me
and
too.
stuff?
Yeah, see, he's not gonna do it. You know, he can swim, but he's not. Mm-mm. In fact,
I'm
he
thinking
told.
I'm thinking that Eddie was referencing the fact that I might get thrown off the ship.
Oh, that it might
Just yeeted somewhere.
wait, because our 10-year-old, when when we got our babies, she went out. I mean, in the water, and the only thing we could see was her head, and she was way out. And I said, I don't think she can swim. And you know what he told her just the other day? I told Grace, Grace, I said, I don't think if there's a shark out there, that Dad is going to swim out there and save your life. And I said, you might want to ask him. And then what did you say?
I don't know that I should sacrifice myself to the shark.
He did. So I don't think she's going back so far in the water, because she's a daredevil. She's 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks she's Mark Spitz or somebody, and and I can't go out
I
there
may have
because
to
I
leave
have makeup on.
I may have to leave it to the Galveston Beach Patrol. I know they probably swim faster than I do.
See, that's all I'm saying.
Trust me, something happens, you be out there in like a flash.
I know. I was prepared to make a run for it in case she went down.
Yeah,
So I was standing at the edge of the water in tennis shoes and full clothing.
he did. He stood right there at the
I did.
edge.
I stood at the edge of the water
He did.
and
Yeah.
watched.
Yeah, he did. He was there at the
I
edge.
mean, that hits you so fast, you forget all about your fears, and all you see is your kid.
Right.
You're jumping in, no matter what.
I need you to get back if you can.
I can't.
Okay. Also, Steffi Graf, the German tennis player, was born on this day in history. On this day in 1940, the first transport of Polish political prisoners arrived at Auschwitz, which became Nazi Germany's largest concentration, extermination, and slave labor camp? Let's see. In 2009, American basketball coach Phil Jackson won a record-setting 10th NBA championship as the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Orlando Magic. So 10 championships. But that was in 2009.
I don't remember that.
Okay, in 1963, the manned Soviet spacecraft Vostok 5 was launched, and 2 days later, Vostok 6 was sent into orbit carrying cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman to travel in space.
I wonder if they had shopping up there.
Shopping? On the moon?
Yeah.
Or up in space? I don't know. But yep.
No.
But that is this day in history, June 14th. Now today, if you are coming down to Galveston Island, there's no ship sailing out today. There is one leaving tomorrow, though. If you are coming down today to sail out tomorrow, we have a low of 81, which is the actual temperature right now. We started off hot with a high of 87. If you are coming through Houston, they're under a heat advisory. Definitely keep hydrated if you're coming to Houston or through Houston, because it is a hot one. There is 0% precipitation and 86% humidity. So it does actually feel like 101 degrees here in Galveston. Let's see. And that is it for this day in history. How was your evening, gentlemen?
Well, I hung out with Sherry last night, Clock, Andrew, and Jennifer also came in. We were chatting from 6 p.m. till about 8. Cheryl made a surprising visit. Gonna hang out with us for a
It
bit.
was a big mess, I tell you.
And then Jeremy showed up too, and we hung out for a bit till about 8. And then everybody went their way, and 9 o'clock I hit Ocean to Ocean. We saw the live, and then me and Alice had a late snack and bedtime. So it's a comfortable evening.
Okay, the Bud Files has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
But
And let me tell you, for all the creators out there, there's a group of creators that have peer pressure. You know what teenagers or children have, peer pressure. I have a clique of people that give me peer pressure. It's Sherry from Destination Fun, Clock Family Adventures. It's Eddie from Eddie Lugo Studios, and Andrew, believe it or not, Andrew from Embarkation Nation. They are peer pressure. I understand. I understand what peer pressure is.
Yep.
I do. I now I can talk to my kids about
the
peer
Gaylors.
pressure.
The Gaylors left a comment about what we were talking about a while ago. It says, if you lose a kid, you're still alive. You can make another one. If you died, you can't.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But not no kids being made here, Gaylors.
See Me Traveling checked in this morning. Good morning. And House of X Entertainment has made it into
Good
the
morning.
chat. Hello.
Yes.
We'll see those guys next week.
Yes, we will. I'm so excited. I watched them yesterday, and I don't know what they were doing because I run the playlist, and they were sitting down. I'm assuming in their house. Winston had on a blue T-shirt, and I can't think.
Leo.
I can't think what he had on. I want to say he had on like a white shirt or something. But I had the sound down because I had the sound down after I did Clock. When we went to bed out of the living room and went to the bedroom, I turned Clock down.
Yeah, we're running playlists in here. Fats and Trey has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning. Stay to the end.
Let's see. Wait.
I really want to talk to them. I really want to talk to them.
Let me see who else. Mike and Rihanna left a comment here. The Carnival Venezia has a really nice Lido deck. Saw a video from John Heald this morning. And then Bamanola Lawn Adventures has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning. Please stay hydrated while you're out there.
Speak.
The weatherman down here, weather person down here said, before you go out, get hydrated.
Mhm.
You know, and guess what? A policeman killed their canine yesterday in the car. He left the
Left the
car,
dog in the car.
and the
Wow.
car turned off. You know, he left it running,
Yep.
but his car turned off, he said, and the canine died in the car when he got back.
Somebody send Dave Doodoo.
Yeah.
I don't want to be him.
Coastal Water has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning. I watched
I
them
just-
this morning.
Kurt is here also from CME.
Yeah. I seen him come in. Hello.
Good morning, Kurt. I can't wait to meet you and Marcia on the booze cruise.
Yep.
I can't wait. It's gonna be.
Bring you some pineapple.
I know, right? I'm not.
Kurt
telling
likes
you,
pineapples.
You know,
He likes to put them here on his forehead.
Oh,
And he puts them upside down. So
mm. I can't play with y'all. Like
probably
that.
cursing me out right now.
Okay. Everybody, welcome in. And thank you for joining us today.
Huh?
Mhm.
Scott, do we have any cruise news for the folks today?
It's a slow cruise news day, but I do have a couple of things to talk about. So, Caribbean cruise destination thrives despite travel warning.
Mm.
The U.S. State Department issued an upgrade of its travel alert to the Dominican Republic to level 2, exercise increased caution. Doesn't appear to be causing concerns in the local tourism industry. In a strong start to the year, the Ministry of Tourism said the island nation marked a record in tourist arrivals in the first quarter of 2023 when they received 2,076,171 travelers.
Mm.
The State Department's warning is to exercise increased caution in the Dominican Republic is due to crime. In its country summary, the Department of State said that that violent crime, including armed robbery, homicide, sexual assault, is a concern throughout the Dominican Republic.
Mm.
It also says that there is a wide availability of weapons, the use of trade of illicit drugs, and a weak criminal justice system contributes to the high level of criminality on a broader scale. So unfortunately, crime happens everywhere. There are
Yes,
U.S.
sir.
cities that I would be more concerned about walking around in than the Dominican Republic. Now, admittedly, on top of that, every time I've been to the Dominican Republic, it's been on a Carnival ship, and I have never left Amber Cove. So I've yet to experience any of the area outside of Amber Cove.
Mhm.
Moving on, Viking, if you haven't heard of Viking Cruises, they do both ocean and river cruises. Viking cruise ship docks in Cleveland on its maiden Great Lakes voyage. The Viking cruise ship Polaris docked at the port of Cleveland yesterday, marking the first of 8 tour stops in Cleveland this summer for the luxury cruise line.
Mm.
Great Lakes maritime tourism is on the rise. Cleveland will welcome 53 cruise ships and more than 10,000 passengers in 2023, up from just 9 cruise ships in 2017.
Mm.
Leaders from the city, the county, and the port welcomed the Polaris crew and nearly 400 passengers with a ceremony on board, exchanging plaques and words of gratitude. The details of that cruise is Viking's 15-day Great Lakes collection itinerary, which starts at $11,995 per person. includes stops in Toronto, Niagara Falls, Detroit, Alpena on Michigan's Lower Peninsula, Wisconsin's Door Peninsula, Mackinac Island, Ontario's Georgian Bay, Thunder Bay, the Sioux Locks, and Duluth.
Mm.
So that's it for my cruise news for the day.
Right. And speaking of expensive cruises, Celebrity Cruises unveiled details about what travelers can experience on board the brand's newest ship, Celebrity Ascent, once it launches this November. As one of the most awarded premium cruise lines, with the first ships to ever receive the coveted Forbes Travel Guide star rating, Celebrity is once again making waves with the arrival of its fourth Edge Series ship. Touted as one of the best new U.S. cruises of 2023 by Condé Nast Traveler, Celebrity Ascent will be the newest ship based in South Florida for the 23-24 Caribbean season. Cruising out of Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale from December 23rd to April 24, the ship will transport guests to some of the Caribbean's top destinations like the Bahamas, Grand Cayman, Puerto Rico, and the British Virgin Islands before departing to Europe for a summer of Mediterranean cruises in Greece, Italy, Turkey, Spain, and France. On board Celebrity Ascent, guests will enjoy the signature experiences of the brand's Edge Series ships, including its industry-first outward-facing design that maximizes views and outdoor areas, allowing guests to connect with the world around them, a robust food and beverage program with 30-plus choices from casual to fine dining to satisfy all palates, plus spacious and sleek staterooms catering to all travelers from solo adventurers and couples to multi-generational family groups. And there's some new areas on the ship. The theater. This takes the entertainment at sea to a new level with state-of-the-art technology and experimental imaginative performances. The rooftop garden, the ultimate outdoor haven where guests can enjoy live music, movies, infinity float pools, and even alfresco dining at the rooftop garden grill. The spa, well, I think that explains itself right there, the spa. The resort deck featuring a main pool lined with cabanas, 2-story martini glass-shaped hot tubs, and the solarium, an adults-only tranquil spa-inspired retreat built for relaxation and complete with pool, hot tub, and loungers. The Sunset Bar, designed by Nate Berkus. This is where an international beach club ambiance meets fresh sea breezes and balanced views. And there's an endless list of things that go on, and they explain the areas aboard the Ascent. Getting even more expensive, now we're talking about Disney.
Have any of y'all been on the Disney?
Nope.
I mean, my children are grown and I don't have any grandchildren. No, not really any need to be, but.
Yeah, I have no desire, even though we have small kids. It's just.
The fun of fall and winter holidays will meet the magic of Disney Cruise Line in late 2024 with the return of Halloween on the High Seas and Very Merry Time cruises. With rare itineraries to Hawaii and the South Pacific and more opportunities to visit Disney's newest island destination in the Bahamas, families will have the chance to experience the fall seasons at sea in new and exciting ways. Halloween on the High Seas. This celebration returns to DCL in mid-September through October 2024. The season of extra special sailings will bring the fun of Halloween to guests on select cruises across the fleet with a host of added entertainment. Families will dress up and join Disney characters in their Halloween costumes, dance the night away at a spooky celebration on the upper decks, enjoy themed food and beverages, and immerse themselves in a ghostly ship takeover with elaborate decor and a magical pumpkin tree. And this is going to be on the Disney Wish. They're highlighting the Wish and the Magic. And I think this story is a perfect segue into letting the people know about the Halloween cruise that is leaving. Wait, no, that's a secret. Can we tell people about that? I don't know that we can, but we got somebody on the panel who can.
Yes.
Eddie?
October 28, 2024. Living out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. We're going on a 6-day cruise. Going to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. Please get in touch with Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com for more details. You could separate your spot with $25 down right now, refundable. Deposit needs to be made by May 2024 and full payment of your cruise by July 2024. Leaving out of Tampa on a 6-day cruise to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman in the Carnival Paradise. Please get in touch with me or Bruce, and we'll give you more details. And coming in, balconies are very tight. So the sooner you call in, the sooner you get your balcony. It's just what you like. So let's do it, people.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
That's right.
By the way, there is
I love
a
the speakers
Facebook.
on this time. So
Yeah.
I love the video, and Mike and Rihanna, they did the video, and it's really cool.
Yep.
They got some really cool music.
Wellness with Frugal Mama has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning. I was there with her this morning. She does, before she does her exercising, she does the motivational little thing. She had a card, looked like her picture was on the card.
Cheryl, did you book the booze cruise for next year out of Tampa?
Yes. Who said that?
Sherry,
Oh,
the salesperson of the year.
Peer pressure.
Well, she's on it this morning.
Oh my God.
That's for sure.
Peer pressure. I tell you. Oh my God. Oh, I was sweaty before you came up. My hands were sweaty. You can do it. You can do it. You know how Mean Girls. You can do it. Come on. Jeremy will be so proud of you. Man, I had you saw every device opened, and I was looking for Safari. Where is Safari? We don't have a tab.
Man, I thought Jubilee News had, oh snap. Hang on. I'm so out of practice. Hold on. Okay, I thought it was Jubilee News being released, and I'm like, okay, I know she had to jump on it real quick, but then I discovered that it was you guys.
It was the peer pressure group.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was a good show.
It was, and we
Orange Con Vlog says book the cruise or else.
I know. I am. We're going on the Booze Cruise 2024. That's a no-brainer because sometimes you want to cruise with people, and you go on these. It's a lot of group cruises. I'm telling you, it's group cruises everywhere. Sometimes you pick the group cruise that have the people that you admire. So when Eddie, some months back, when he got his secret out from Destination Fun, she pressured
got it
Eddie.
out of him.
It was a no-brainer. Sherry, very good. It was like, yes, I would love to travel.
It'd be a shame to waste your talent, Sherry. I'm just saying.
Right.
We see it in you.
Right. She should be a bank president or
She
something.
should be a travel agent.
But it was a no-brainer
Yep.
when we heard about Alice and Eddie
Mhm.
hosting a cruise. It was a no-brainer.
Yep.
It was the same thing with Huddle, because we had
And-
traveled with them before.
And House of X left you a message. It's going to be a party soon with us, and cruising is fun anytime.
Yes, it is. Oh my God!
We have made plans for a live.
When we get to New York,
Yes, just be on the lookout for it. Make sure you got the notification bell set. 'Cause
Yes.
That's going to be a fun live.
it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna have to learn their song.
Mhm.
I know the music, but I just gotta learn the words to the song. So we can sing the song.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Bone Tired Traveler says 500 days till our Halloween 2024 cruise on the Spirit.
Oh wow!
Automobile.
Oh, okay.
Even automobile on a different one.
And James Cantonese has left a comment here. What? Booze Cruise in 2024. LOL. Is that the one out of Tampa, Florida with the Pineapple King and Lugo Studios?
Oh my
yes,
God.
It is.
Oh my God!
And welcome. Well, yeah, welcome in, James. I hope you're doing well.
You know what, you guys? I don't know why I'm looking at the computer, because if I can't see the words here, I'm surely can't see the words here. I'm just looking like I can read it, but I can't. I can't read the computer either.
Yep.
I don't know why, but you do have a tech guy next to you.
Yes.
I know, right?
Oh, snap. Look who has made it in, Mr. Too Early.
Bruce.
Ocean. The Ocean has made it into the chat. Good
Oh my
morning.
God!
He heard me call his name.
Yep, he
He
did.
said,
It's like almost 7 there or something, or 6. Or
It's
something.
early.
6:37.
Yep.
His ear
Yes.
picked up. His bat ears picked up that when somebody's talking about me.
Yes. Yeah, we're talking about you, Bruce. We talked about you before the show, because I told Eddie and Scott, I said Jeremy is going to be on the Alaska cruise with Andrew and Bruce,
Mhm.
and I
And
said
Mike.
and Mike Clock now. So I hope y'all bring my husband back from the excursion.
One piece.
safe, in one piece, with
And
no
alive.
missing limbs. With no, but just please take the video. Take the video. Mm,
Bring him back, but bring back proof that he got attacked.
yeah. Well.
Wow.
Oh. Hey, it happens.
Yep.
Yes. Mm,
You got to do it for the fans.
do it for the fans, baby.
Good for the views.
He's always telling me that, do it. You got fans that would love to see you up on the ropes course. Yeah, I know you would, but my thing is, are they going to make it that far in the video? Because YouTube gives us an average watch time of how long people stay with our video, and I don't know that they're going to make it that far.
Just don't fall when you run from the bear. Just don't fall. That's all I ask.
I don't know how the terrain
You'll
is.
see him running like crazy.
Mm.
Yep. All right. So our host Scott has presented a question to everybody in the panel and also the chat.
I love his questions.
Have you ever taken a class on a cruise?
So
Yes.
so I have taken several classes on cruises. I think that it is one of the more unique things that you can do on a cruise ship. So now, unfortunately, one of the classes is no longer offered, or maybe it is. I can't remember. But so the first class I ever took was on Freedom of the Seas, and it was back during the cupcake craze, and they had a cupcake shop on the Royal Promenade.
Mm.
And they offered a class on decorating cupcakes, which I thought was, my wife talked me into it. I thought it was kind of not a manly thing to do, but it was fun and I had a good time doing it. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about cake decorating. Or, decorating, that kind of stuff. So it was pretty fun. But the one that I really enjoyed the most was, I was on another Royal Caribbean ship. I can't remember which one, but I went to a class that it was about making fresh homemade pasta. So, and that was really interesting. So the one of the head chefs on board gave the presentation and taught us all how to. So we got to make our own dough, and we got to learn like the whole process of it and everything. And then we got to make the pasta whatever style we wanted. I can't remember what style I did, probably like a fettuccine or something like that or whatever. And then we took it back into the kitchen and cooked it, and then they took it from us, and then they made it into this amazing dish, and we all got to sit down and eat the pasta that we made. So it was really amazing, really interesting. We got to see some of the behind the scenes stuff on how they run the Italian restaurant on board the Royal Caribbean ships. So it was really fun, really interesting. And, I always look forward to doing, those unique things that not everybody does, or that you wouldn't think about doing on a cruise ship.
Nice. Eddie?
I done a class on how to do cake. I've done a class on how to make those on fruits, how to do the different carvings, and how to bring the image out. We done a class on animal towels,
Oh yeah.
and I can't remember the name of the Japanese word where you make out of paper. You make these different things.
Origami.
Thank you. That stuff. And I almost went to a class where they do bartending, and Alice says, no, you don't need to go to that one. So, but I just wanted to go for the heck of it and see what was going on. And there's I know in Royal they do with a furnace and glass, they make a cup or something out of that. And if we ever on a Royal and that ship has that glass, I want to do that too. So that I believe that's about all the classes I've taken on the different Norwegian cruises.
Wow. Well, I haven't taken any classes.
But our daughter asked about the
Where were you guys?
the chef's table or something like that, where you actually hang out with the chef and they teach you how to cook.
Yeah.
And she's really, really wanting to do it. So we'll have to see if she does it, and if so, what the.
Well, I talked
the
her out
result
of
is.
it because whoever I asked, I can't remember. They hadn't done it, but these guys have done almost everything that she wanted to do. The cooking thing. Because she's into cooking, she watches cooking shows. Man. Where were you guys at? Because I said, don't do it until you get on the Mardi Gras.
Yep.
I talked her out of it, Man.
And Bone Tired Travelers chimed in with an answer already and says, no, I'm classless on a cruise, LOL. Would love to do so if it was offered.
Yeah. We might do it with her on the Mardi Gras.
NCL does a lot of stuff in the atrium on sea days.
Okay.
Orange Cone Vlog did ceramics on the Celebrity.
Oh, ceramics.
And even in NCL, when they in port, sometimes there are a few classes and a lot of games going on. So there's always something happening.
We normally try to make trivia whenever we go back to the ship early on sea days. On port days, because there's less people there and we have a more, a much better chance of winning.
And we have won.
Oh yeah.
Still haven't won.
Still haven't won. And it's so sad because, I'm the person that likes to exchange paper, so to make sure that I'm not cheating or he's not cheating. Well, I did that on one of the cruises and he stopped grading my paper because I was winning. So I didn't win. I could have won, but you cheated. So I don't go to trivia with him anymore. I sit with his father.
You say that's so sad. Like,
yeah, I know. I don't trust him to grade my paper no more.
Sorry, Jeremy.
All is well.
Mm.
All is well.
They did change the gaming thing in Norwegian. Now they give you a paper where they sign different check marks as you go to the different games. And
Yeah.
then at the end, depending on how many signatures you have, you win that prize. Kind of sucky,
Okay.
if you ask me. The beginning before, back in on our previous cruises, Alice racked up on playing cards, pens, koozies for the drinks, a bunch
Uh-huh.
of shirts and stuff like. She racked big time. I
Mhm.
this time we just wanna. I have a coffee mug from Norwegian. That's all we got this time. So it was
That's
kind
what's
of
up.
yeah,
You know,
but at least
we never took a class, but what we did do is the Love and Marriage show.
Oh yeah, we did that.
We participated and got picked on my
Yeah.
first cruise.
We did the,
That was
we
fun.
did that.
Hey, the Z Show Cruise Fun has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi, Z.
Z.
Welcome in.
Good morning.
So my wife, she was in 2 game shows. Well, one was like the Hasbro show, right? And
Right.
she actually, like, she didn't win like the top prize, but she actually won one of the prizes. So it was like
Mhm.
it was like an Uno deck or something like that or whatever, right?
Right.
And then when we in the early restart, we were on, I think, the Carnival Pride, and they had this, and I couldn't believe I actually got her to do it, but she did it. So she
Mhm.
participated in this like game up on the stage in the main theater, and she actually won. She was the deciding, like, she was the one that won it for her team.
Mhm.
And she's listening to this now, and she's gonna kill me for saying this, but she won it by being the last one to successfully walk across the stage with a medallion stuck in her butt.
Oh my
And
God.
dropped it into a bucket and
Yeah.
without losing it out of her butt.
Mm.
Yeah,
I could
I'm
have.
dead now for telling that story, but
That's okay, Beth. I could have done it
If
too.
we don't see you in the morning, we know what happened.
Right.
you might see a shoe
I
flying
would have
by.
done it.
What was
I
that?
have the video of it, so but I'm never allowed to post it. So
Unreleased.
Unreleased.
Unreleased footage.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, oh.
Mm.
She put a comment, so watch out.
Okay.
Yep.
There's a flag out warning.
Mm.
No, I mean I've seen those games where you wear this thing on your back and you try to do a booty shaking contest where you try to get all of the balls to come out of the
Oh
bucket
yeah, we saw
that's
that.
attached to your butt. So it's like a twerking exercise.
We saw that. I don't know what ship that
That was Carnival. Like they do it. It's a part of the permanent thing that Carnival does. That's what we mean by fun ship. You
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna see
Mm.
on a Carnival ship, and that's why I love them. Is they got weird stuff like that.
Mm.
yeah, they definitely have they're I think they used to be compared. Royal Caribbean and Carnival used to be compared so much neck and neck, but I really think anymore Carnival is really significantly setting itself apart. Not that any cruise is really not this kind of the same. It means the same kind of itinerant kind of thing, but I think Carnival is really starting to differentiate themselves, I should say.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
And the Gaylor says Beach Please did that game.
Oh really?
Yep.
I knew I saw it somewhere. I like them. I like Beach Please.
Yep.
They are so lively.
Full of energy.
Yeah, they are. I wish I could cruise with them.
Yep.
They got too much energy for me. I'd be.
That's a lot of energy. I'm ready for Ricky Ocean on the booze cruise, though. I know he's bringing the energy and
Oh my lord, that's gonna be some competition there.
yes.
We're gonna have a second cruise director there.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. And hang out at Ricky Ocean Plaza.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh. Next.
Right.
And I'm checking in with the Carnival people. They always send me an email around this time. I think I'm on an automatic distribution list.
Mm.
Nope.
Anything else on that claim thing? Nothing.
What
Not-
plane thing?
Not me. I didn't. I just got one the other day, but
Oh, I did check into that 40% off for Southwest, and you have to book by Thursday. So book today if you want to get 40% off Southwest Airlines.
yeah,
They
that
want
was that's Clock again. Clock Family Adventures.
and another travel agent Instagrammed me, the Instagram messaged me that the screenshot. They just took a picture of the computer screen, and yeah, it's a good deal.
That was a good deal.
But
Thank you, Clock.
But you got to book today. You know, that's
Yeah.
Only till December, right? If you're flying
Mhm.
Yeah.
through December.
yeah.
I
They'll
need
have,
to June
they'll have
next
deals
year.
like that. They'll have deals running like that next year, and like once a quarter,
Yeah.
they give you just these amazing want to get away fares, and that's what we normally look for.
That's what we
When
normally fly. Like when we're going to Tampa,
Mhm.
well, the thing we're going to be looking for is Southwest
Yep.
59, and I don't know if they fly to.
Oh, on the
Tampa,
actual news last night, American Airlines stopped doing free bags for international travelers. This is important.
Yeah.
It's $75 for your check bag.
Whoa.
There's no more free bags if you're flying internationally. So yeah,
with American.
with them.
So I don't. So I mean, I'm not sure how many people know this, but when the restart really started getting going or whatever,
Mhm.
the airlines and stuff, a lot of them were like waiving change fees and things like that, right? Or you could and Southwest has always had a very liberal policy as far as like
Yeah.
canceling and getting flight credits and stuff like that or whatever. So Southwest has made that permanent now. So you can so what we've been doing through the whole restart, so like since 2021 and stuff, is every time we book flights on Southwest, we just periodically keep an eye out. Maybe sometimes it'll be because we saw an email or something, but other times it'll just be like, oh, we just think about it. So we go into the app to look to see if the price on any flights that we have booked is lower. And if it is, you can automatically rebook the same flight right there in the app, and then you get the difference as a flight credit.
Oh wow.
So we are constantly doing that all the time. So so we had some flights already for some cruises that we have coming up later in the year, and literally just in the last week, I have been able to rebook 3 flights. One of them 2 different times and the other 4 different times.
Mhm.
And in just the last week, I have saved almost $100 on flights that I already have. So now I have this almost $100 flight credit with Southwest sitting there. And it's just, it takes like 2 seconds to do. You just go in, and it'll show it, whether it'll say, like, if it's more money, it'll say plus and however much, or it'll just say 0, or it'll say minus and however much.
Right.
And I've just been able to go in and just constantly keep getting the flight credits. Now, unfortunately, each time you do it, it creates another flight credit, like with that booking number.
Mhm.
So it doesn't just put it all in a pot, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right?
Sure.
Then the flip side of that is when you're booking Southwest with flight credits or anything, you cannot use more than 3 payment methods per booking.
Okay.
So you could use 2 flight credits and a credit card, or or a gift card or something like that or whatever. So that's the other tricky part too. If you have a lot of little tiny credits, you can't really, you're not going to really get a significant amount of money off of a future flight just because you can't use more than 2.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
That's good news.
That's
That
very
is
good news.
And speaking of good news, Eddie, do you have the lineup for the remainder of the day from PSV Odyssey?
Yes, sir. And coming up, let me clear some space here. Following us at 10 a.m. will be the Seashell Cruise Fun, 10 a.m. Eastern, followed by Darian on the Moment in the Word at 11. Roy and Becky's Travels will be on at 1 p.m. 7 p.m. Tonight will be Edna's World. a premiere by the Traveling Gilberts at 7:30. 8 o'clock will be D&G Explorers, live with Mountain Folk, Full Blown Country, and House of X Entertainment. 9 p.m. will be MT Homestead, and closing the night with the Vineyard Farmhouse at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight.
That's what's up. And what are you guys' plans for the remainder of the day?
I'm going to take a nice little nap soon, and then I'll be ready for the Sutures tonight at 6, and followed
hour.
by the Mountain Folk at 8.
Cool.
I just have just stuff around the house, packing.
Yeah.
It's a rainy, gloomy, cold day here today. So
Yeah. Eddie said it was pouring down where he is too.
Yeah. It's not raining right now, but it's been thunderstorms and all that already. So
It's just full sun and hot over here is what it is.
yeah, it's only about 60 degrees here right now. So
Oh wow, I love that weather. I wish I had 60.
It's 81 and with full sun.
Oh my God. Oh, I wish.
But I do think I think ourselves that we're on the coast because it's always 10 degrees cooler here than it is in Houston because of the sea breeze. When I hear upper 80s, I'm automatically thinking it's 90 with a heat index of 100. So it's just like 80s don't really impress me anymore. I want to see 70s. That way, at least with the heat index, will be mid 80s. It's comfortable for me.
I would prefer Scott's weather 60.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Oh my
absolutely.
God. 60 year round. I would love it.
And that's why we're flying north for a part of the summer.
I would prefer 60 year round versus the snow and the ice and the sub-zero temperatures we get in the winter. So
That heat is not okay.
Not at all.
you guys still always-
Wait. Astute Tourist won't be on tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a company coming in.
Oh wow, no happy hour.
No, happy hour tonight.
James Cantonese says meat shopping for Saturday. Our 35-year anniversary coming up on Saturday.
Oh,
Nice.
congratulations.
Anniversary,
happy
guys.
anniversary.
Yes.
Big one too.
I'm also going to be looking at cruises today because Cheryl's rubbing off on me, or I guess, and she's getting it from Sherry from Destination
I was
Fun,
about to
so-
say the pronunciation of her name was incorrect. I think you meant to say Sherry. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
But we're gonna be
And
looking at cruises.
since Alice got back, she hasn't said anything about her 4 booked cruises. So I don't know if she meant the 4 that we have booked right now,
Right.
or that she has 2 extra ones that I don't know nothing about. So
Mm.
she's been very quiet
you
about
let-
it, you know.
Okay. Well, here's something that fell into the chat earlier, and I was going to comment on it, but let me go ahead and put it up here. I know it was way back in the chat at the beginning of the show, and it says, and I quote,
Oh.
2025 is in the works. You care to expound upon that, Eddie?
Ross says that he's not gonna make it to the 2024 group
Right.
out of the 2.0. So I said back to him, 2025, it's in the works. So
Yeah.
meaning there will be a 2025 3.0 coming up.
Okay.
When's it gonna happen? I have no idea. I have to plan out where I want to go and stuff like that. So
Right.
and look at things. So I'm already putting it up here.
Okay, here's a tidbit. Here's a tidbit for you. If it leaves from Galveston, I already love it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
If
that's
all
a
we
good
got
idea.
to do is go 10 minutes down the road. I'm with that because
Yeah,
whenever
that's
she
good.
looks, at Florida, I'm like, why? It felt so backward to leave a port city, to go to an airport, which flies to another port city to jump on another ship. It doesn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
I know I love the celebration, so all was well with that. But If it leaves from Galveston, I'm pretty much going to be on board.
The thing
I
is
really
that-
wish there was more diversity in the itineraries from Galveston.
Thank you.
Like,
Right.
Thank you.
I
was
keep
just gonna say
looking,
that.
it's like just Western.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
There is an
Yes.
Eastern. There is an Eastern on the Dream that we already did this past Christmas. It is a wonderful itinerary. Key
What's in it?
Key West is the first stop.
Right.
And what else?
Freeport, Nassau, and maybe Half Moon Key or Princess Key. That leaves from here almost on a monthly basis on the Dream.
See,
they
like,
go-
like nearly every cruise from the Northeast goes to those like private island in Bahamas and Nassau,
Right.
stuff like that, right? Because I mean, that's basically all the further you can go and get back in 7 days. So that's a really common itinerary for me. So I don't think that I would fly to Texas to do that. I would
Right.
Right.
I would drive an hour south to Baltimore and do that. So, but then the flip side of it then is it's just all Western from there. I would really want to get down there and, and go from there. But at the same time, I just, there's nothing to pick from. It's, Cozumel or Cozumel. So,
Yep. That's the thing. So that's what keeps me from going to Galveston because of that. Going to the same ports and I'm gonna get sick of it, Like the Nassau. I don't want to go back to Nassau. I did it in the 80s, 90s, and recently back in 2020.
right.
I'm done with it,
Right.
There's nothing really there that gets me excited to do,
Right. Well,
Like, if I go to Puerto
I
Rico-
heard somebody talking not long ago about, why do all these cruises go to Nassau so much? And I thought, how do I work that into like an informational thing for people? But, if you don't know, most of the cruise lines are registered in the Bahamas. The ships are registered in the Bahamas. And part of that agreement to give them really great deals and tax breaks and all this other kind of stuff with the
bring the
Bahamian
business in.
government is to bring the ships there. And of course, when they re-signed all those deals during the restart, the Bahamian government, had them put in even more, stops and stuff like that. Like I think Carnival added an additional over 100 additional stops in the Bahamas or in Nassau, just because they, it works out best for the Bahamian government. So that's just the way it works out, for them to get those tax breaks and, and whatever deal they're getting for that or whatever, that's, they have to keep going there. So,
Bone Tired makes a good point here. Pick a halfway point between Texas and Florida, and either Mobile or New Orleans is probably going to be on the radar as well because we can simply drive to those ports.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that flight.
Mobile is a lot closer for me too.
That flight, it's not because of my fear. Okay, it's because of the extra added unnecessary cost.
Sure.
With flights being overbooked, and it's just an extra cruise cost just to get there.
Absolutely.
The hotel, the everything. We have family that lives in New Orleans, and whether we sail out of New Orleans or Mobile, we could stay there, and boom, just take off the next day. So it'd be real easy for us to book Mobile or New Orleans as well.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
So like most of the cruises from up here, like I said, all they do is these 7-day cruises down to the private island, Nassau and Freeport and back, right? Because that's all they can really do inside 7 days from a lot of these ports. So there's no diversity in those. Now they're starting to add more diversity to those to those ports. But again, it's like, maybe 1 in every 10 cruises or something is doing something a little bit different or a little bit more unique. And then of course the Bermuda and the Canada season are very short. So, you only have a short window for them and stuff too. So I do try to take advantage of those other ones as much as I can. But at the same time, for getting diversity, Florida is still really my best option for me, is to fly down somewhere to Florida and get on the ship. But and I've been doing a lot of Western Caribbean. I'm going to be doing Western Caribbean on Wonder, and I'm potentially going to be getting on a sailing from 11-day sailing in early 2024, which also going to Cozumel and Costa Maya. So it's like, the last thing I need is to see more of Mexico from Galveston. So, but I was really searching hard on Galveston to try to find some unique itinerary that I'd be interested in doing from there, but just haven't seen any yet.
Now, see, we've had to cancel Costa Maya twice. We canceled
After
2
the
cruises.
restart.
We had 2 cruises booked on Costa Maya, and just simply because of the dolphins and the robust size of the cruise port that I've seen on people's videos. That's why I want to go there. We're port people. We hang out at the port, we shop, we eat, we get back on the ship.
I like Costa Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really excited that Tropic Like It's Hot is going to Costa Maya.
Mm-hmm.
So
every time I go to Costa Maya, I go to Maya Chan.
Mhm.
That's just what I do when I go there. I go to Maya Chan.
Is that all inclusive, kind of like Paradise Beach?
Yeah, so basically, you book it ahead of time, and it includes the cab ride and stuff like that too. So like you walk out of the port, you meet their representative, they put you in a cab, they take you out there. It's all inclusive. It's beautiful. It's very small, very intimate. They only, have it's very intimate. Like maybe, I don't know, like 20, 30 people tops or whatever. They cook you lunch and everything else. They have massages and all kinds of other stuff. The people, the hosts, the owners, they are the most amazing people, really take good care of you. And then of course, when you're ready, to go back, the cab is there and takes you back. So it's all included. And it's, I think, $50 or $60 a person.
Can you book it through the cruise line?
No, it's exclusive. Okay. You book it through them. And it's basically real low tech. You submit a contact form and then tell them when you're coming and what ship you're coming on, and if there's room, they'll email you back and say yes, there's room. And they say, would you like to book? And if you say yes, they send you a simple PayPal invoice. You pay it, and you're done.
Nice.
Okay, what I need is, if you would send me that link,
sure,
Scott, please.
Yep. So, but yeah, so it's like I said, that's where I go every time I go to Costa Maya. Maybe one time when it was like a last minute Costa Maya thing, I wasn't able to get in because they were already full.
Yep.
But otherwise, that's where I go, because I went one other place one time in Costa Maya and I regretted it. I would never go back again. It was terrible. It was horrible. Everything about it was just, you don't want to do that. So yeah. But.
In Mahogany Bay, do the Royal? I probably know the answer to this question. Where do the Royal ships pull up in the same place where the Carnival ships pull up?
No, Carnival has its own unique location, which is Mahogany Bay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, and then the rest of the ships actually port not far, but like a good distance down the way from, but they all port the same place in Roatan, Princess, or I think that whole port area will hold 2 or 3 cruise ships.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most I've ever seen in there is 2 at a time. But yeah, so Carnival has its own private, unique place there, Mahogany Bay. But I think other Carnival line ships go there too. Like I think Princess and stuff like that too go to Mahogany Bay, but it's mostly a Carnival thing. So.
Okay, so there would be no sky ride for me to be worried about over on the Royal Caribbean side.
No, but I mean, here's the other side of that too, right? Like, there's not really anything to do in Roatan other than there's like a little bit of shopping and stuff there or whatever. It's kind of like a typical Caribbean port, but there's way more to do in Mahogany Bay. Than there.
So there's not like a big Carnival shopping area with Harley Davidson and Diamond International and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like I said, Mahogany Bay is unique in that respect. So and of course that's Carnival's latest thing as well, right? So they're going to be developing a very similar thing to Amber Cove and Mahogany Bay
Mhm.
on Grand Bahama Island or Freeport.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be called Great Beach or Grand Beach or something like that.
Oh,
or whatever.
snap. Griswold is in the house. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Cherry SG Channel came in. Good morning.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
Cherry.
Yeah.
I watched
Good
you.
evening to her.
I
Mhm.
watched you.
That's a good networking channel as well.
It is. And
I was there
everybody,
this morning.
everybody that's in her community are very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Very supportive.
Yep. So with that, we will go ahead and wrap up today's show. Everybody take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. And speaking of subscriptions, everybody that follows JNS Adventures in this chat and also the panel, I want to thank you. We hit a milestone yesterday of 750 subscribers, and we really, really appreciate you.
We did that on Sherry's show.
Yeah, I think we got
police.
We had one more, and we got that one more, and now I look at it this morning. It's 7:49. So but at least I got the certificate. I had to get it out of there before I dropped down. Because
It'll be back up. Don't worry.
every
Be
time
back.
you hit a milestone, you lose a couple. So
Yep.
that's
Be
the
back
deal. All righty, guys. Well, take care of yourselves out there. Take care of each other. We love you,
We do.
and good morning.
I
Bye, y'all.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Hold up.